The title of this one is The Trance, another audio journal, another entry in the audio journal. There's a moment in the fire when your thoughts burn down into instincts. Your fingers move without permission. You don't think, you become. That's the trance. Digital or real doesn't matter. Whether it's lead flying through the air or a sniper's glint on a 4K monitor, your body reacts the same. Adrenaline, focus, fear, survival, because your brain doesn't really know the difference. It just thinks it does. This matters. Your loot, your legacy, your life, pixels, polygons, or skin. Your nervous system reacts the same way. So yes, the dopamine rush when you clutch around. That low hum after you die is not just a game, not to your brain. We fall in love with the trance because the trance doesn't lie. You either win or you don't. Reality is broken. There's no rent due in this trance, no taxes, no awkward text, just muscle memory, violence, and rules that make more sense than real life ever did. Reality is broken. That's why it's addicting. It's not the game, it's the clarity, the purpose. But the purpose can be poison. Addiction is when the purpose is hijacked, when the loop becomes a leash, tighter than ever. You don't chase glory anymore. You chase escape, even if it's for a couple seconds. Escape the 9 to 5. Escape the binge watching. Just like the scrolling. Just like the porn. Like religion. Religious psychosis is one hell of a bitch. If it hurts more than it heals, is it really that good for you? And that's where brainwashing begins. And not with a needle or a trigger, but with repetition. Repetition and routine. Brainwashing is when you forget the question. Dehumanization is when you forget you're alive. They overlap. Because when you stop asking if you're free, you stop being free. When you stop feeling like a human, you're easier to control. So you sit, eyes glazed, one more game, one more round, one more pack, one more skull, just enough to keep you too tired to change. And on some level, subconscious or conscious, you feel the blur, the fuzz at the end of the matrix. You walk past the mirror at 3 a.m. and didn't recognize the thing staring back. Because you've lived 10,000 lives in Warzone, but forgot what it feels like to walk barefoot on the grass. You scream louder over stolen loot than you did at the friend's funeral, or your father's funeral. You've been more loyal to a squad of your usernames than your own blood. That's not judgment, it's a reflection of yourself. Because the trance doesn't care, it just wants you present and gone, all at once. I saw God once, in the loading screen, frame stuttered, backlit, between spawn and oblivion. It didn't look like the light, it looked like lag. Paused just long enough for me to see myself. I was holding a rifle or a bong or a controller or a grudge. I really couldn't tell. It was hard to tell when your hands are always full of something that kills time. I'm Josh Silva, the friendly neighborhood stoner with a long stare, the giggle in the storm, diagnosed, dismissed, doubted, clinically crazy. But I'm not broken, just recoded. I am Judge Prometheus. Dragging fire from the simulation one line at a time, putting God on trial and men back in motion. Together we stand in between sleep and stimulus, between rage and reality, between missions and missed calls from mom. We don't want escape, we want truth, raw, ugly, digital or not, reality or not. Reality is broken. Broke my reality. We've loved through the lenses of avatars. We've lost ourselves in loading bars. We've prayed to checkpoints and found faith in fiction and friction. So we pay and we fight and we fail and we get up, because maybe the trance isn't the trap. Maybe it's the test to remember who we were before they gave us usernames, handles, before they gave us medication and meds, before they gave us mirrors, black mirrors. Maybe, just maybe, the ones who wake up first.